Yes.
Yes,
I'm
Miss.
picking all my potential A+ student, okay? Yes?
Yes,
No,
Miss.
just randomly, okay? Yes. Explain what is first principle. Don't have to worry.
I'm not really sure, but I try.
Yeah, definitely. No
like,
one is sure of the answer.
For me, it's like a function of finding the gradient of the slope of the chord, which have a limit like that.
So you see, first of all, Thaddeus, can you tell me what is the meaning of the slope of a chord? If I have 2 points here, what is the meaning of the slope of the chord?
Gradient.
Gradient of what?
Gradient
of the chord. So
yeah.
Gradient of the chord. So gradient of the chord means what?
Or the average rate of change.
Yes. You see, class, the first principle is how we make the average rate of change, that is the slope of the chord, approaches. That means there's a limit, that's called approaches. Yeah. How we put average rate of change to become instantaneous rate of change. That is the first principle all about. Average rate of change, that is slope of a chord. Depend on what chord are you talking about, huh? Approaches instantaneous rate of change. Or we call it gradient function. Correct? That is first principle all about. Okay, so now if every question we are going to find the gradient function using first principle, isn't it very troublesome? The process is very long, correct? So people come up with formula, come up with rules to help us make our finding of instantaneous rate of change or gradient function, whereby we call it derivative of a function easily. Okay. So we shall start with the rule now. So we are going to talk about simple rule for power term. We are going to talk about simple rule for power term. So before I go to the rule, now I'm going to ask you first question. What is the instant, or I can don't want to use the word instantaneous rate of change of fx equal to 7 at x equal to 9. So what is your answer? Give you 1 minute to think about the answer. Okay, Yishan, Can you give me?
7.
Okay, why you say 7, Yishan?
Because no matter what x value, the y will be 7.
Yeah, so but I'm asking instantaneous rate of change. I'm not asking for the value of y. I'm asking instantaneous rate of change. So if I ask for instantaneous rate of change, what should you have in mind? Yishan?
0.
Yeah, I should think about what? Slope, gradient, correct? I should think about gradient or slope of fx equal to 7. So I'm looking for f prime x. So Yishan, can you tell me what is the answer for this case? This is a y value. This is a y value. So Yishan, can you tell me what is the answer?
0.
0, yes. Why you say 0, Yishan? Why you say it's 0?
There's no x.
Oh, there is no x, so it's 0. Is it true? Is that the correct way of, yeah, you can memorize like that. But please remember, if I say fx equal to 7, that means the graph for this straight line is fx equal to 7. It's a horizontal straight line. So it is parallel to the x-axis. So therefore, if fx equal to 7, then the f prime x means the gradient is equal to 0. So if I ask you the rate of change at any point, it is 0. So that is the first thing that all of us have to remember. If I find the derivative of a constant. Okay, so this is also called derivative, a constant. So a constant usually I put as a. So the constant doesn't depend on x. So the rate of change is equal to 0. Are you clear? So that is the first thing that we have to remember. A constant doesn't change as x changes. That's why the derivative, which represent the instantaneous rate of change or rate of change, will be equal to 0. Hello? So this is the first things that you have to bear in mind. Everyone, are you clear? Okay, now my question 2. Okay, what? Sorry. What is the rate of change of fx? I can say is y, okay, up to me, equal to 1 minus 4x at x equal to 3? Question mark. Okay. So bear in mind, everyone, rate of change is the same as slope of the curve. So it's represented by f prime x. So rate of change, I will say rate of change function, okay? So it will be a slope function is equal to f prime x. Yep. Okay, so who can give me the answer? Hafiz.
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, yes.
The
Answer for this question, please.
-4.
-4. How you know it's -4, Hafiz? How you know it's -4?
To explain.
Huh? Yes. Just try. How you know it's -4?
Kinda did the SPM way, but yeah.
You just look, you know.
I don't
Is
know
it?
how to explain, Miss.
You don't know how to explain.
Differentiate it.
Why you need to differentiate it? I don't have to differentiate it for this case. If I understand what do you mean by f prime x. Even I don't learn differentiation, I can tell you the answer straight away is -4.
The function is a linear function.
Yeah, the function is a linear function. Okay, so you have a constant rate of change.
Yeah, the gradient.
Am I right? Yeah, so that is how you should explain.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
So this is a linear function. Oh, sorry. So this is a linear function. Yeah. So here is your 1. Yeah. So this is like y equal to mx plus c. So y equal to -4x plus 1. So this is called the rate of change. So a linear function. So if they ask you to explain without differentiating, how you know, then how? Yeah. For a linear function, it has constant rate of change. Now you are at a higher level, you should look at it like that. A linear function has a constant rate of change. And the rate of change is, so the f prime x is f prime 3, it doesn't matter whatever value of x is equal to -4. Am I right?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. So now linear terms. So you have constant rate of change. So now, can anyone explain to me how to explain what do you mean by rate of change of -4? If the rate of change, is -4, so what does that mean?
Rate of change of -4.
How you interpret this rate of change?
The gradient, no?
The gradient, you tell me the gradient, then what does it tell me? Increase, decrease?
Decrease.
So that's why the negative sign is telling you that. Okay, how you try?
When x approaches 3.
No, you don't use when x approaches 3.
When
When
x is 3.
increases, when x increases, when, okay, you will put at x equal to 3. When x increases, y or fx
Decreases by negative.
decreases. Decreases is negative already. Decreases by how many unit?
4 unit.
Yeah, 4 unit. When x increases, at x equal to 3, when x increases by 1 unit, fx decreases by 4 unit. So you know at that moment, how is it changed? How x is always increases. When x increases, how it affect the y. So that is the meaning of rate of change. So everyone, you don't just say derivative, derivative. Derivative means you are talking about rate of change. So you are talking about how the changes of x, when x increases, what happened to y? What happened to fx, or what happened to hx, and so on and so forth. So don't just use the word, keep using the word derivative, derivative. The more important thing is the meaning of the derivative. Are you clear? Okay. So 2 things you remember. Okay, so now, if I have, can I go to the next one? So now, if I have a term like that, y equal to, okay, this is called a power term, ax to the power of n. This is called a power term. Okay, why I call it a power term? Because a and n are constant. Okay, so when I find the rate of change of this term with respect to x, so the rate of change function, how we write it? We write it as dy over dx. So it will be bring down the power. N can be any value, as long as it's real. Bring down the power, power take away 1. So this is the formula. So I can also write this as in this form. So it will be multiplied by the power, power take away 1. When I remember the formula, I remember the process that I'm doing it. Okay? So this is the first simple rule that you have to remember. Yep. For power term. You see why I say it's power term? The base is a variable, the index is the constant. Clear? Okay, let's go to some examples. Okay, A. I give you fx equal to 3 minus 2x plus 7x squared. Okay, so there are 3 terms there, correct? Okay, so if I want to find the derivative function, I put f prime x. Okay, so constant 3, does it change with y? No. Does it change as x changes? The answer is, okay, what is the derivative of 3? Amanda, E. Amanda?
Yes. For 3 is 0.
Correct. How about for 2x, negative 2x?
Negative 2.
Yeah, just now we have learn, yeah. So how about 7x squared?
14x.
Amanda? 14x. How you get 14x? It's
7
7 times 2, then power, take away 1. For this one, I write down the formula. After that, I'm not going to. So all this. So next time when I'm doing it, for the next question, I will straight away write the answer like that. Are you okay? Class, any question on that? Okay, let's talk about another example. If I give you y equal to x, okay, try not to, okay, x root x plus 5x. So there are two terms here, but the first term, is it in the single power form? The first term here, yeah, Nadini, Devi.
Yes.
How do you look at, how can I straight away apply this using this formula? Can I differentiate this term straight away using this formula?
Cannot miss.
Why not?
Because it's in the square root form, not in the power form.
Okay, so how are you going to change it to power form? If I change it to like that, can I? Can I use now? Can. Now, if I change it to like that, can?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Is this a single power term? You see, they are the products of two. This is the product. So cannot. When you talk about power term, you cannot have product. So can I simplify it further?
Yes.
So how to simplify it? Okay. So everyone, you have to have your indices. Okay. Nandini, Devi, can you tell me how to simplify this?
We can x power of 1 plus.
We add the indices, yeah?
Yeah.
X to the power 1 plus half. Am I right? So you must know that your SAT 1, you cannot use calculator. You better memorize. 1 plus half is 3/2. So straight away, when you see this, as long as there is a product and you can use indices to simplify it, you better do that. So power term only involve a single power term. So you have to simplify this to become 3/2, then plus 5x. So better bear in mind, when you talk about differentiation, as long as you can simplify, you better simplify it first. Simplify is the first rule of differentiation. Whatever function they give to us, we must use all the technique that we have to simplify the given function. Okay, so now everything is in a power term form. So I can find my instant rate of change function. That is your dy dx. Okay, so the first one, Hao Xuan? Hao Xuan, first term. Hao Xuan. Yes, answer me. You follow this formula, bring down the power. So what must I write in front here?
Right.
Hao Xuan, faster. Power, this is the power. This is called the power. Hao Xuan, this is called the power.
3 over 2.
Yeah lah. Okay, that is called the power. So that is 3 over 2. Then write down x. Then power take away 1. So 3 over 2 take away 1. What is the answer? 1 over 2. Good. Okay, plus. Hao Xuan, don't go away.
I didn't go.
Okay, derivative for 5x.
There what?
Derivative for 5x. Rate of change for 5x.
Rate of change of 5x. 5.
5. Okay, you are right. Done. Are you okay so far, class? Okay, let's try this. So this one, I will give you some time to do it. If I have y equal to what should I do? If at the bottom I have a single fraction, can I simplify this? Can I simplify that? Yeah. Karo Rampa.
Yes, miss.
Can I simplify this?
Yes.
Yes. So how to simplify this? Because this is not a power
miss,
term yet.
I can't see your cursor. I don't know where it is.
How come you can't see my question? You are not
cursor,
on my
cursor. Wait, is
the
it
question.
C,
This
right?
question. C, yes.
Yeah.
If down there is a single term, can I separate into become 2 fractions?
Yeah, you can.
So how can I do it?
X squared divided by x plus 3 divided by x.
Okay, good. So can I simplify x squared divided by x? Carol?
Oh, still me? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I call one by one.
Okay.
Yeah. X
Can you
squared
repeat?
divided by x?
X squared divided by you
X squared
can't.
divided by x, what do you have?
You can get x.
Yeah, you get x. Everyone, class, you know, you are using a to the power n divided by a to the power m equal to a to the power n minus m. Okay, then 3 over x. How can I write it? Is index form or power term form? You use
3.
1. Yeah. 3, yes.
3 and then 12 negative x.
Power negative 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we are ready to apply this formula. Am I right? So, Carol. So dy dx. Okay. What is the derivative for x? What is the rate of change of x?
0.
Is x a constant?
No.
No. Okay, look. When I have in max, when I write x, it means 1 times of x. So what is the derivative? That means as x increase 1 unit, y also increase 1 unit. So what is the dy dx for x?
1.
1, you are right. So I write there 1. plus. Okay, so how about this? So I have to apply the formula, simple rule formula. Okay, Carol?
Negative 3x.
To the power of? To the
Negative
power
2.
of?
Negative 2.
Negative 2, you are right. So I purposely bring down the power. So it's 1 minus 3 over x squared. Am I right?
Yes.
Hello, class, are you okay? So far, so good? So if you want to apply this formula, you make sure every term is in this form. Yeah, that is a power form. One single base with a variable. Are you okay? So let's continue with the next example. Okay. Hello, student, do you see my question? Is my question right or wrong? Can you find the gradient to the curve at x equal to 0?
Wrong.
Why wrong?
X cannot be 0. The
Why x cannot
domain.
be 0?
The domain of
Yeah.
the function X cannot be
The
0.
domain, yes, because the domain x cannot be 0. Okay, so the person who give me the answer, can you tell me? Can you give me a suitable value for x for this case?
Any value greater than 0. 1.
Yeah, greater than 0. I cannot take negative.
Yes,
Why
can.
must it?
Negative.
Can. Okay.
Can.
Yeah. Can you give me a suitable value? Just any value you like.
Negative 2.
Okay, negative 2. Okay. You want negative 2, so I put down there negative 2. So now, so if I ask you to find the gradient to the curve at x equal to negative 2, that means you must have the gradient function first, correct? So the first thing in your mind, first you must get the gradient function. So gradient function means dy dx. So in this case, how am I going to write my dy dx? How am I going to write my y? Can someone suggest to me how should I change my y? So that I can apply this formula. Okay, so how should I write it? Okay, I just now I write it, you see whether is this suitable. If I write it like that, is it suitable? Brandon. Brandon,
I don't know.
is it suitable? Compare.
Suitable.
Suitable.
Hey, no, wait. The thing is inside the bracket. Not suitable.
Not suitable. You see, the coefficient of x to the power of n must be 1, but here I got 2. So this is not suitable. I cannot. So you have to bear in mind whenever you have things like that, y equal to 1 over a times b. So I can break as, so this is the concept of max that you must have. So whenever you have this, what you should write as, you have to write half times 1 over x. So then you change it to 1 over 2 x to the power of -1. Are you clear? Then now you can start to do. Okay, I give you 1 minute to get the answer for this one. Hurry up. Okay, done. Can I have Sebastian to tell me what is the derivative function first? What is the slope function, Sebastian? Hello. You just follow the formula first, Sebastian. Just tell me. For
1 over 2x minus power minus 2.
-2, okay? So
Yeah.
this will be, yeah. So it's good that we write -1 over. So you write as -1. The 2 is down there. This one bring down, become x squared. All right? Okay, so now they want at x equal to -2. Sorry, at x equal to -2. So now I have to write. So they specifically, this is just a slope function. Okay, so second step, then you have to write when x equal to -2, dy dx equal to -1 over, you sub the x equal to -2. Okay, so what is the answer, Sebastian?
-1 over 8.
Yeah, -1 over 8. You use calculator or count manually? Sebastian.
Manually.
Manual. Have to, because your SAT one, you cannot use calculator. Okay? Everyone, are you clear? So in order to apply this simple rule, everything must be written in this form. So you have to be very careful with your, okay? You have to be very careful with your, the way you simplify the thing. Okay, let's go to another example. Last example, Okay. So if you are given this, so what should I do first? So first thing, you have to get the gradient function first before you can get the gradient, am I right? So you have your gx. Okay, can I apply the formula straight away? Cindy? Cindy, can Miss Doe apply the formula straight away?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So do you see? What do you mean by a bracket here? Cindy, what do you mean by a bracket? If I have a bracket, means it's multiplying, correct?
Yes.
So if I have multiply, can I use this single term? Is everything written in a power term form without multiplication? No. So what should I do? So Cindy, what should I do with this one? Can you give me some idea? The moment you have this, you want to make it as the sum of a power term, correct? So what should you do?
Times inside.
Yeah, we call it expand. You times inside, you are right. So everyone please expand. Okay, Cindy, can you give me the expanded 3x
3x cubed
minus
18x.
Okay, so I get my g prime x, correct? Yeah, Cindy, since you are there, can I have the derivative now?
Wait.
Wait, I wait for you. If I do it by myself, it'll be too fast for you. Yeah.
3 times 3 x 3 minus x power 3 minus 1 minus 18.
That's it. Yeah, so you have to remember. Yeah. So you have, because derivative slope for 18x, y equal to 18x is a linear, so it's 18 itself. Okay, so this will be 9x squared minus 18. So now, after this, you are going to get the specific gradient, correct? Yeah, so part A. Yeah, so part A, I'm going to ask, okay, Gladys, Wong. So what should I do with part A?
Sub in the x equals to 2.
To where? To where? Gx or G prime x?
G prime x.
Yeah, so I write down G prime 2. So it's 9 times 2 squared. Take away 18. Yeah. So the answer is 18. Agree?
Yes.
This is 9 times 4. This is 9 times 2. So if I do mathematically, 4 times of 9 minus 2 times of 9, what do I get? I get 2 times of 9, that is 18. You see how I calculate? Okay, now part B. What should I do with part B? Kiko. Who is Kiko? Faraki. Yeah. What should I do with part B?
You substitute 5 into g prime x.
So I put g prime 5, correct?
Yeah.
So 9 times 5 squared, take away 18.
Yeah.
So 25. 25 minus 2, 23. 23 times 9. Okay? Am I doing the right thing?
I don't know how you did that.
This is 9 times of 25. Take away 9 times of 2. 2 times of 9. So 25 minus 2 is 23 times of 9. So that one will make it. If during the exam you cannot use calculator, you have to use all this technique. Are you clear? You have to use all this technique. Yeah. 27. So 207. Is Miss No calculate correctly? Okay. So the basic principle, you look, we can do a lot of changes. So you please look at your exercise 2B. Okay, everyone, you have your textbook with you, exercise 2B. Yeah, you can try all the questions there. All the questions, the way to do it, I have shown you already. So you always bear in mind, simplify first before you use this formula. Are you clear, class? Any question? No? So enjoy your exercise 2B and thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you. Thank you.